The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mists of Kren's Valley. We last left off with Saxton going off on his own. Well, he's got two Corvum friends. And they went off to go see the Burgomaster. For what was the reason again?
Regime change to talk about that, take care of that lady that was took over the city.
Ah, okay. And when you were on your way there, you noticed that the town was in a much darker state than it was before, not just because it was nighttime. Screams of death happening throughout the place. The guards were definitely spooked. There were actually a lot less guards than normal. Some of the streets are still covered in some pools of blood. And after you knock on the door, the person who opens the door to the Burgomaster's mansion surprises you. It was not Lady Fiona, a Watchner, but instead someone that you had met in Castle Ravenloft. A certain nobleman that had gone by the name of Etcher opens the door and sees Saxton. Saxton?
Oh, shit. I didn't think I'd see you again, mate. What are you doing here?
I didn't think I'd see you again either. Come inside, come inside. I guess your guests too. The two Corvum look very weary. And they say...
Stand easy, lads.
And they say, I think we'll be heading back to the tavern.
Right. Stay safe.
One puts the hand on your shoulder and looks at you very much concerned and says, You too, Strig. And he seems to reluctantly let go his hand off your shoulder. And they both head out into the night. And as you come inside, you notice that the place is fairly dark. There aren't any lights on in here at all. In fact, it seems like there hasn't really been much done in here besides that patchwork outside. The stairs themselves still have all the scratches and stuff from all the commotion that your battle had before. And
I hope they cleaned up that oil slick finally.
Etcher goes and lights a candle. And he says, Sorry, it's a bit dark in here.
No worries.
Would you, please make yourself at home? As he just points to a random piece of furniture here in the lounge area of the mansion.
What exactly brings you out of the castle?
Well, I had been assigned here, as he goes to sit down next to you. I had been assigned by my master to watch over the city. Well, at least to this building, it seems. This lady, this bird folk, goes by the name Lady Fiona. Seems to have taken good care of things, and she's in good word with Strahd.
Speaking of, the reason I didn't know if I'd see you again is I thought Strahd would have, well, got rid of him, mate.
Well, I'm assuming that's why he posted me here. He hasn't been able to keep his eyes off of that new girl that he got.
Hey.
Though she doesn't seem to be a proper bride. Though.
Yeah, she's looking a little ragged for wears.
I would never say that in front of my master, though.
When we last made contact, Strahd actually propositioned me.
Oh,
Yeah, he was wanting to replace you with my mate. And when my friends were being let off, and I broke off from the group, went upstairs, I didn't see anywhere.
that is kind of curious. As he, I'll say during this conversation, left the room for a bit and comes back with a bottle. And he uncorks it and pours red liquid into the glass cup he brought. And he goes to drink some of it, and he says, "That actually is quite curious. Where are your friends? They're not here with you?"
They had a long day. They're taking a nap, a well-deserved rest.
Hmm. They find somebody who would be willing to keep them here in the city? Or were they camping out?
Outside of town, I
Oh,
found a nice place to head up for the night.
okay.
Came up here.
Oh.
Some of the town folks said that the new burgomaster, the lady in charge, well, she was a bit of a bitch and was going to have a word with her.
Oh, well, she hasn't moved out of her house.
Oh,
I
they
believe
said
she's
that
on
she
the
was up
northern.
here.
I believe she's in the northern part of town. She does come here to grab some of the former Baron's documents.
So are you her boss? How's that work?
I'm more of I just keep an eye on things here. Make sure she is true to her word. And actually, it has been awful timing for you, I'm afraid. I was actually just about to leave. But please, make yourself at home.
So what's your opinion on your master sending you out here?
I think he sent me out here because he's bored of me and he doesn't want to see me anymore. I'd rather be here than be stuck down in the crypts. Ugh. It's usually what he does.
So even though he's your master, you're not too kind of him right now, are you?
Oh no, I love him greatly. I'm sorry.
Even
I
though
know
he
we
turns
had
his back
a.
on you?
I know we had a nice night, but that was a fling. You have to understand.
Of course.
Though I wouldn't mind it again, sometime. As he puts his hand on your chest, for just a brief moment. Says, "But I have duties to attend to." As he reluctantly backs off.
Of course. If bit of being a bit of an inconvenience, I can show myself out.
You can stay here for the night if you'd like. I'm sure I won't be gone the whole time.
No worries. Figured I'd go down to the pub and get me a drink. I need one.
Shouldn't.
It's good seeing
I
you
doubt
again,
it's.
mate.
I doubt they'll be open. They've been pretty much in lockdown since the change of power.
True. Yeah, I might just head back out to town and meet it with my mates.
I understand.
Take care of yourself, mate.
He goes over to the door, and he opens the door, and he waits for you at the door. Since you sound like you're going to leave.
I'll show myself out.
Alright. As you go to leave, he leaves as well, and he closes the door and he locks it with the key. And he puts it in his shirt. And he says, "I hope we meet again soon."
And also, I could see our paths crossing again.
And he heads off around the corner. And he seems to merge with the shadows and disappear.
Right.
Now you're alone in the streets of Valaki in the middle of the night.
Is there like any besides that door, like anything that would be an easy way to gain entry?
Let's see, there were a few windows. Not all of them were broken. The ones that were are now boarded up. Both on the first and second floor. Actually, the first floor windows are fine.
Are they like solid windows, or are they able to be opened?
They are solid glass windows.
Mm. Can I like
You
try
look,
to pry?
you look at one of the windows upstairs, and you saw someone was looking at you for just a brief moment, and then disappears.
And I need to try to pry one of those boards off. Try to shimmy in.
Yeah, give me a strength check.
19.
All right, you're able to break the window a bit, and you're able to get your way in. So you're back inside. Let me describe this room to you. It appears to be the very parlor that you and Etcher were just in. Now I think about it.
I'd head upstairs and start looking around and see if try to gather any intel or anything.
All right, you leave from there, and I know you have dark vision, but there are no light sources in here. So you're only seeing silhouettes of stuff. So you don't see the fine details of things, but you know where things are at. So you head up the stairs, and the floor creaks as you head up there. And as you reach the top of the stairs, you hear, breaking to silence, just the tiniest little pitter-patter, like further away, down the hallway in the dark.
See any silhouettes in the dark, or? And from where I believe I saw the person, I'm able to discern where that room would be to go check it out.
You mean the person that made the skitter scatter? Because they weren't.
No. When I was on the outside, you said I could have swore I saw someone looking at me from
Oh,
the top
yeah.
of the floor.
So you head down the hallway here, and you see that there are 4 windows on your left. And one of the windows is completely boarded up, and that's the window that got blown out from a fireball, or an equivalent, and you can see just down on the other end, because you have 60-foot dark vision, right?
Yes.
That it leads back downstairs, and you think those are the stairs that were greased during you guys' encounter. Way on the opposite side. There are no doorways, except for one way on the very end, and it's like right as you make a turn into a hallway. Think of this hallway as like an F, where you're like the middle bend of the F, but then there are 2 right turns you can take. There's the first right turn, and then there's a farther right turn. And the farther right turn, there is like a door just barely visible.
Head towards that door then.
All right. You hear creaking of your footsteps on these old wooden floorboards. It is even more quiet than it was in the castle. You don't think there's a living soul in here?
It doesn't really necessarily mean that there's not someone here.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the living part.
Not even a mouse.
No, she's sleeping.
You head over to that door, and you go to open it.
Yes.
Behind this hinged panel is a bookcase. Lies a dusty 10-foot square room with a curtained window and shelves lining 3 walls. On bottom shelf rests an iron chest. The other shelves, however, are bare.
Take a look at that iron chest then.
It is locked.
Can I attempt to pick it?
Yeah, give me... Do you have thieves' tools? Or something you can use to pick the lock with?
I got Tinker's tools.
That works. Give me a sleight of hand check.
19.
You pick the lock. And as you pick the lock, I will need a dex save.
It was one of these. 24.
Okay. As you open up the chest, the inside of the lid, you notice popping out in it is a tiny little hand crossbow, and it fires off a little dart towards you, and you dodge out of the way in time. It goes. If you want to, because it would be so little innate damage, I would allow you, if you want to spend the key, you could grab it, but you don't have to.
That's fine.
Okay. And you hear a dull little dunk as it hits in the ceiling somewhere. Inside the chest, you see
Everyone's abandoning ship.
You see nothing. There's nothing in the chest. Yeah, everybody abandoned ship. What the heck happened? Oh well.
I'm still here.
Group Toity. They went to the Toity tree. Anything else of interest in this room that I can notice?
You actually do notice that at first it appeared empty. I apologize. But inside you see what appears to be a very old letter.
Since I really can't read it, I'll take it and hold on to it.
Okay.
Quick scan of the room. Anything else noticeable?
Nothing else really in here.
I'll head back out and down, go to that other cross section of the hallway.
All right. As you head to that cross section of the hallway, you hear the door on the right close. Like it was just barely open ajar, and as you came around that corner, it goes closes. But there are 4 doors, 2 on each side of this 40-foot long hallway.
Do I know which door just did that?
Mm-hmm. The first one on the right.
Yeah, I'll go check it out.
All right. You open the door. Inside, dolls. This room is full of pretty little dolls with powder white skin and white fur. And some of them dressed beautifully and others plainly. Some of the dolls fill the long bookshelf, while others are arranged in neat rows on wall-mounted shelves. Still others are piled on top of a bed and a heavy wooden chest. What's most odd is that all the dolls, apart from their clothing, look the same. They all look like Irina. Except for one. One looks like a tiny Jerbeen gesture. But it is sitting among the pile.
Go ahead and just grab that one and toss it in my bag.
Which one?
The Jerbeen one.
As you go over to approach it, its head turns towards you, and we roll initiative.
Freaking Annabelle.
Callie has no idea what this thing is.
Dirty 20.
Okay, let me roll. This little fellow. You definitely go first. So, it got a surprise round on you, though. So it fires off at you. And let's see. 21 to hit.
What does it fire?
A dart.
Okay. 21 would hit, but I would deflect it.
Okay.
So roll your damage and
Yep. Get to do one of my favorite monk abilities. 4 piercing.
well, I can deflect 7, so I just catch it.
So you catch it, and as you catch it, its little eyebrows, you hear like the wood go as they like raise upwards, and it closes its mouth.
Just kind of flick it away. So
And it is your turn.
how small is this thing?
It's about as big as Nyhm, like a life-size doll of a Jerbeen.
All right, can I just take some of my rope out and tie it down?
Yeah. Roll to hit. Just a d20 plus stacks, I guess.
$18.
Okay. It first struggles, but realizes quickly that it can't really do anything about it. So, like, as you start to tie it up, it actually puts its little tiny construct mouse-like hands outwards towards you. And lets you tie it up. And its eyebrows furrow downwards like it's sad.
Like, not only would I just tie its arms, I would just wrap its arms around it. It would be mummified up to its neck in rope.
Okay. It willingly lets you do that.
I'll just toss it in my bag.
Okay. Besides that, there's really not much else in here. Besides the chest.
Chest.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tinker's Tools again.
This one's unlocked. And inside, you find a short sword and some clothes. Looked like they're for a big burly guy. You're thinking this was Isaac's room, maybe. The clothes match.
Anything shiny of the sword, or is it just like a plain sword?
Just, I mean, you're not sure. It's not glowing like your current one.
I'll toss it in the bag for right now.
Okay.
I guess I'll go back on the hall and check the next door in this B&E simulator.
Okay, as you do, you feel the little wooden Jerbeen thing shift around in your backpack a little bit. And as you go to the next room, I'm assuming the one right next door, not across the hallway.
Yeah.
Let's see. You see that this handsomely appointed room contains a canopied bed, a low bookshelf, a full-length mirror, and a wooden frame on the wall across the door. Set into the north wall is an arched window of leaded glass. Nothing here seems unusual.
Is this where we're Nyhm off the mayor?
No. You think that was the other hallway.
All right, so this is probably the kids' room.
Looks like it.
All right, we go across the hallway, check out the next room.
Okay. So all the way at the very end, it is locked.
So do I need to slide a hand to pick it?
Yes.
Ooh, 11.
You just pick the lock. And it smells horrible inside. You open it, and you see chained to the back wall, but otherwise empty closet, is a dead Mapach in nothing but a loincloth. Iron shackles have been cut into his wrists, and he looks like he maybe bled to death.
Well, I found Asher's pantry.
There are no bite marks on his neck.
Anything really else noticeable besides the corpse?
Nope. That's it.
Just close that door back.
Okay.
Then I guess I'll check out the last room.
All right. In the last room, you can see floor-to-ceiling shelves line every wall in this windowless room. The number of books contained here is nothing short of astounding. A brass oil lamp sits on top of a large desk in the center of the room, unlit currently. The chair behind the desk is comfortably padded, and there's a symbol of a roaring bear stitched into the back cushion.
Guess I found the mayor's office.
Looks like it's some kind of library / office.
Quick survey. I don't like see like spell books or anything, do I?
Give me an investigation or perception check.
Better perception.
At disadvantage because it is dark.
I just rolled 2 19s. Okay.
All right. You see a lot of old leather-bound tomes. You're not sure if any of these are spell books or not. You're not a wizard. And you can't really read them currently.
How many are there?
It's a library.
I mean,
A few hundred.
Are there any windows in this room?
Let's see here. No.
All right, can I close the door and light the lamp for better look?
Yep.
Go ahead and light the lamp.
All right, and you just take a random book and check it out.
Anything look mystical or magical or arcane?
Hard to tell. You don't see, most of these don't have names on the covers. So you have to actually...
Looks like the oldest looking books then.
Okay. You take the oldest looking book. And... let me find what it is. Apologies, I thought I had the right room, but I didn't. For, like, okay, so it backtracks and says, go to this room and use these as examples. Essentially, you go to open it up, and the subject matter isn't really of, maybe not spells per se. You're pretty sure these aren't spells. There it is.
So what? Okay.
There we go. Roll me a d12.
I had to do one of these before. 5.
You see on the first page, it is titled Kalsbanoff's Book of Heraldry. And those are like the coat of arms and stuff. And you go through the different pages, and there are all these different royal coat of arms, different noble names, housing names. Most of them you don't even recognize.
Does this look like something of importance or just like basic reading material?
I mean, depends on who would want it, but for your current situation, it's not really useful.
Does it look like something I might want to take with me?
Okay. Wait, you do take it with you?
I was saying, does it look like something I might want to take with me?
I don't know. That's up to you.
I'll leave it for right now.
Okay. The next book you check out, you notice is historical text. Very dry, very boring. Talking something about a sea and some sailor.
And a bucket.
Buddy was like trying to find his way home. Something.
Oh.
You just kind of skim it. It's kind of dry. The next book, I'll have you roll D12.
$12.
You see that it is a book on Kren and the worship of Kren.
Like, as in Kren's Valley?
As in the deity herself, yes.
Like, just basic, like, subject matter on the hymn, or...
Yeah, it's from like a theological study. Kind of
religious
narration.
context.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely not written. It might have been written by someone of the worship of Kren, but it's not obvious from the text, one way or the other. It's very neutral grounds. It's not negative or positive bias.
I guess I'll look for another minute. If I don't see anything that catches my eye, I'll put the light out and leave.
Okay. You find a book on poems, another one that's Guide to Find Wines. You see one that's called Tusk Love. Just a bunch of random other ones. A book with exotic recipes in it that apparently is like a soup for ghouls and you. And you notice the main ingredient is bone marrow. And it's pretty much a noodle soup with bone marrow in it.
Chunky.
That's one of the recipes in this book. But besides that, everything here is kind of boring. Nothing. No spells in any of these.
I'll extinguish the lamp and make my way back downstairs to head out.
Okay. Meanwhile, back at the tavern. You're all sleeping, right?
Yeah.
And Nyhm was just finishing up reading the journal. Say it's been about an hour and a half since you guys got into your room.
I will use that time to make Tim-Tam 2.5 and then sleep.
Okay.
I mean, build Tim-Tam 2.5.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Both Nyhm and Tim-Tam. Give me perception checks.
Alrighty.
18.
22.
Okay. Hemlock.
Mm-hmm.
You dream of a great dream where you and Sugar Plum and Big Cat are all together, and you guys are just going around the woods having fun and stuff. And Big Cat just like falls into the tall grass and stuff, starts rolling around, starts playing with you and stuff. And Sugar Plum's just running around the open field really happy and all that.
Oh, the boys.
Hemlock!
Sugar Plum. I'm so happy you're happy. Oh.
I'm so happy I found you. I'm scared without you.
Oh, I'm sad now. I'm sure you're doing fine without me. You'll do fine without me.
But I'll never leave you. So he trots up kind of close to you. You're my friend forever.
Give him a little pet. You're
Big
my
Cat's-
friend forever too.
And Big Cat's just like, sleep. And just rolling around in his back. Absorbing the sun rays that you haven't seen in such a long time.
Oh goodness. Pinch me, I must be dreaming. I feel lighter than air. And I like go to roll around in the grass with Big Cat.
You go to roll around the grass with the Big Cat, when suddenly it just seems like the click of a light, where it goes from daytime to it's all cloudy and windy, and you go to look your head up, and it's gotten colder and it's starting to rain a bit, and you see Big Cat over top of Sugar Plum, holding Sugar Plum's neck in his fangs. And he looks up at you and he's like, hungry.
No! Eat me instead!
Hungry.
No! I like pull him off. I try to pull him off.
Give me a strength check. You are covered in Sugar Plum's blood.
No.
It is very warm.
Strength. 19.
You are able to, with the power of love, I guess, pull off Big Cat. Big Cat hisses at you and says, no, it's my food. And he pounces at you. And as he pounces at you, you go to wake up. Meanwhile, Tim-Tam and Nyhm, you two were there. Nym's reading the journal, and Tim-Tam's working on Tim-Tam. When both of you actually notice that Hemlock's having not the best sleep. She's like shifting around a lot in her bed. And then that's when you notice that the candlelight that you're using, or the lantern, whatever light source you're using to do the stuff you guys are doing, you can see a shadow casting off of her in her bed, and you notice that in the shadow of her, the silhouette, there appears to be a hedge lady riding on top of her.
Oh, fuck.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Riding on top of the shadow?
Like, in the shadow, it looks like there's a lady on top of Hemlock riding her. You can take that whatever way you want, because it's probably either or. And Hemlock, you wake up from your dream, your nightmare. Oh God, why? And you take 10 flat damage, and that is reduced from your total hit points.
Okay, well, I completely, I am knocked out again because I only had 8 hit points.
Hemlock dies then. You see her like wake up and scream, and she just dies. What do you guys do?
Die?
Well, you want the 0 hit points. You're like at death's door. What are you guys doing? She looks like she just like had a heart attack or something and just stopped. She just stopped breathing.
Okay, that's a lot of information. Can we still see the shadow thing?
Yes.
Okay,
It's looking down at her and it seems to be laughing.
Okay, can we roll initiative?
Yes. I was actually just about to say that because it makes setting things up a bit easier.
Holy cow. The dice
Yeah.
are being nice to me tonight.
12.
12 for Tim-Tam. What was Hemlock?
20.
Ooh, okay. How about Nyhm?
16.
Okay, and for indeterminate other thing, not so good. Yeah, okay. So, Hemlock, give me a death saving throw.
Okay. Oh, 18.
Okay.
That's 3 18s in a row. I'm gonna cry.
Everything is dark around you. You don't see anything. You don't feel anything. You don't hear anything. Probably the only thing you feel is you feel like you're slowly falling. Like you're into water and you're sinking into the water. And you're just slowly falling. And for the briefest moment, you think you hear some... Uh-oh, did she lag out? She might have froze.
If yeah, I can't
Okay.
do anything. I swim up. I swim
No,
up.
no, you can't do it. You're just like out of it.
I know, but I want to swim up.
And you hear something moving above you. That's your turn. Nyhm, it is your turn.
I might see the shadow, but do I comprehend the fact that it may be what's affecting Hemlock? Or what may have been the cause of her screaming and then heart attack?
You're pretty sure.
Do I think I could hit it with an attack?
You're not sure. But it looks just like one of the three old ladies at the windmill.
Nothing but nice to them.
Technically, you kind of ruined their supper.
Technically, they kind of ruined my life.
Yeah.
Literally, they just took it.
They also kidnapped you, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Best choice of action that I can think of is to try and hit the shadow with something. I guess I'll try a lightning lure.
Okay, roll to hit.
It's a strength check, actually.
Oh, okay. Nothing happens. You don't grab anything. The shadow seems completely unaffected by it and is continuing to laugh. It actually stops and looks downwards to where the lightning lure should have hit it. And it like turns and you think it's looking in your direction, Nyhm, but it's hard to tell because it's just a silhouette. But then it quickly goes back to looking down at Hemlock. And it actually goes to like lay down on top of Hemlock. And then that was its turn. So then after it is Tim-Tam.
I'm sorry, I didn't use my full turn.
Did you want to do something else?
Yes, actually. I would like to get up and draw my rapier and use my bonus action to dodge.
Okay. And then the shadow does the things I mentioned, and then it is Tim's turn.
I will run. How far am I from Hemlock?
Not even 10 feet.
Okay. I will go to Hemlock,
Mm-hmm.
picking someone up that's unconscious is an action.
Yeah, you're interacting with... Yeah, it would be your action.
I can take it. I will pick Hemlock up and start running out of the room and downstairs.
Okay.
I will trigger any attack of whatever.
All right, I'll say your bonus action is kicking the door open.
Yeah.
And you start running down the stairs.
I mean, I will.
Do you
look
say
behind me if
anything,
the shadow-
or you just run down the stairs with her?
I yell at.
There are people downstairs, I think.
Yeah.
So if you want to.
There's definitely people
I will-
downstairs.
I will yell help and for Nyhm to. Well, Nyhm can take care of herself. It's fine.
That's your turn?
Yeah.
Hemlock.
Yep.
Another roll.
7.
You feel whatever was pulling at you towards you from above seem to grow weaker and weaker, and it seems to fade off. For the briefest moment, you hear something in your head like, "You're a burden. You're not helping anybody. Maybe this is for the better. They'd probably do better without you."
Does it Does it sound like anybody?
Sounds like you.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. No. I
That's your turn.
yeah, I just I okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Nyhm,
No, it's fine. I, I'll get you back.
I know you will.
You're
Yeah.
adopted.
You notice that Hemlock's shadow silhouette on the bed is still there, along with whoever's on top of it. Nyhm.
Pick the shadow.
So I just saw Tim-Tam run out with Hemlock, but the shadows are still there.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Hemlock's shadow in the bed didn't seem to move at all. It seemed completely unaffected.
Well, this was an awkward predicament. Well, tried and true. I will try to toss a dagger at it.
All right, roll to hit.
Wow, 26 to hit.
Goes right into the head of the shadow. And hits the wall. Doesn't seem to affect the shadow at all.
Yeah. Oh, too bad I'm out of magic. I will use my magic or my movement to run after Tim-Tam. Tim-Tam. Sorry. Wow, I can't talk tonight. Screw it. As soon as I get out of line of, well, no, I guess the shadow hasn't been chasing anybody. Crap.
Seems to point and laugh at you as you leave.
Yeah. What
There's
can
no
I do?
noise. It just looks like it's laughing.
Yeah. I have no idea what to do with my bonus action.
You don't have to use a bonus action.
I know. I'm just trying to think of anything. I mean, shadow hasn't moved. We're not going to. I'm an idiot. I'll stay at the doorway, and that'll be the end of my turn for now.
Okay. Downstairs, Tim-Tam. The wife is serving drinks, and she just drops them and screams when you come downstairs with Hemlock like that. And she comes rushing over, and the owner's like, quick, put her on the bar. And like a bunch of other people complain and stuff, and he just doesn't care, and he just like knocks all their glasses and stuff off for you to move her up there.
Okay. So yeah, I put her where the man tells me, and
He puts his hand up, his talon hand, because he's Corvum, up to her nose and realizes she's breathing, and he like puts his head on the side of her chest. And he's like, "What happened?"
I will tell him about the shadow with an old woman's shape as I take the idol of Lilia, and I try to pray because I can do nothing. I feel absolutely useless, I guess, and I will pray for her to allow me to at least cast Cure Wound on her, and no matter what it takes. I mean, she can take anything she wants from me to save Hemlock, because I don't have any spells outside. Anything to save my friend. It's okay. Yeah, she can change places. I mean, she can transfer all my life to her. It's fine.
You say that out loud, You're praying out loud, right?
Am I smart enough to think that she can hear my thoughts, Lilia?
I don't know. You're in the panic mode.
I will probably whisper it in my mother tongue because it's also so super quick.
Okay. Appearing on the other end of the bar is a old warty edge, and she says, "Anything you say."
I will turn.
And everybody
Can you
else
say prayer?
kind of stops what they're doing, except for the wife of the innkeeper, and she attempts to revive Hemlock. To no avail. What do you have to trade me that'd be more precious than her life?
What
Perhaps yours?
No. Hemlock wouldn't want that.
I know.
Hemlock's unconscious.
But Hemlock's unconscious. I know.
Oh,
I
but
know
he
she's not
knows.
Lilia.
You have such a strong connection with her.
She will not forgive me if I make that trade with you specifically. But I'm sure we can absolutely reach.
She won't be able to forgive you if she's dead. Too soon. And she just like comes over and she goes to put like a claw. She starts like reaching towards Hemlock, and the husband pulls out the innkeeper pulls out a sword. He says, "Don't you dare touch her." And then she just laughs at it.
I mean, she's the hedgehog we fought the first. I mean, she's the first witch we fought, right?
This one you do not recognize, but she looks a lot like that one. Technically, Hemlock's only seen all three. The rest of you've just seen the one that had the... Oh, what is she carrying? What is she not carrying? So she's wearing like purplish, raggedy robes, and you notice that she has like a little frog leg sticking out of like a random pocket. You notice that she has like this bag that seems to be made of some strange leather, and it's like this darkish, almost wet-looking leather pouch, and she has like a spider that's like going through her quills in the back. It seems like it made like a tiny little cobweb between two of the quills. She has a little necklace that seems to be made of teeth, of various different tiny little teeth. They gotta be from like adolescent children or some maybe hedge teeth because they have tiny little needle fangs. Let's see, what else would she have? She's also missing an eye. She doesn't have an eye patch on either, so it's really gross. And it seems to be overgrown with like warts and stuff over top of it. Right. So we're in initiative still. So.
Oh yeah.
What do you do on your turn? Because this is still technically your turn.
I mean, me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I put Hemlock where they told me, and I prayed and said that thing. So I guess that's.
Oh, yeah. I guess that would be your action, and the overly done dialogue kind of bled into Hemlock's turn. So Hemlock.
17. Just hold on a few more
You hear those voices seem to fade off a little bit, and you hear Tim-Tam say, You're my best friend.
I'm literally gonna cry now.
And you feel lighter. Nyhm,
Okay.
you come down. Well, you're not downstairs, but you're at the doorway, and you see all that happening. You can hear all that happening. But you look back, and actually, I forgot to mention that during their turns. You notice that the shadow pulls out what you think is like a bag or something, and she pulls out like a pair of scissors. And she's like slowly moving the scissors towards Hemlock's shadow.
Then I do the only thing that I had thought of doing. I want to take out the candle, snuff it out.
Okay, it's still in the room.
The shadow?
No, candle.
Right. I use my movement to go back into the room and snuff the candle out.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do something extra, like you like throw out the dagger and just the wick.
Well, I mean, I was thinking of just running up to the candle and using the rapier to snuff it out, but I'm afraid that you would pull that as me cutting the candle and the wick still being lit.
Nah. Regardless, this will be your action, regardless of what you do. However you want to put it out, I'll let you do it.
Yeah, just a quick swing of the rapier, the needle, to snuff out the candle.
Okay. The room is dark. Well, darker.
Okay.
There's light from downstairs in the hallway.
Can I use my bonus action to put the night vision goggles down?
Put them on.
They were on top of her head like a bandana, effectively just moving them down onto her eyes.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you, soundboard.
I believe it's...
Depends on which game you're referencing.
Metal Gear Solid 5, isn't it? No, that's too close to
Splinter
exclamation.
Yeah. Mav was referencing Splinter Cell. While you were correct, that was actually the one for Metal Gear. Anyways, with the night vision turned on, do I see anything?
You don't see any shadows or anything.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. After you, it is... I lost track of initiative. I love when that happens.
Tim-Tam comes after Nyhm.
No, I think the shadow
Technically,
comes between us.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
The hag says, "Your talent for making tinkering seems pretty precious to you. Is it as precious to you as her?"
Repeat the same. Sorry, I couldn't.
Your tinkering seems quite precious to you. Is it as precious to you as her? Would you be willing to trade it for her life?
I used to think my tinkering was the most precious thing, not only to me, but to maybe the world right now. Nah, my tinkering doesn't compare to what my friend can bring in the world. So yeah, I'm willing to trade that for her life. Absolutely.
Okay. Then that can be done. Bring her with me, and we shall go to my hut. My sisters and I specialize in souls. We could easily get hers back in her body before the connection would be too late. Come. Don't have time to waste.
Okay, Tim-Tam is pretty smart. He's not wise though.
She pokes you
Can
with
I-
her. She pokes you with her talon. She pokes your hand, and you feel her searing pain through it, and you notice a black mark on the palm of your hand.
Can I Arcana?
Yeah.
Oh, 18.
You think this is some kind of almost like pact magic, where it's a sense of you've done an agreement via magical, and you think that this is like a condition to keep that agreement, or at least showing evidence of it. And holy crap, our audience does not want Hemlock to die. So thank you, Bakchan, for the bits. And Aya, no promises. If you kick my butt, that's fine.
Thank you, friends.
Do you follow? Do you take Hemlock and follow on your turn?
I'm dying, Scotty, as a human being.
Oh,
Tim-Tam is dying as a Corvum being. Because I know Hemlock couldn't. I mean, it would kill her myself if she knew what I was doing. And but medicine goes with wisdom, of course. So I will. I mean, can I see what the other NPCs? I mean, the bartender and the people around are doing.
yeah. Most of the attendees here are backing the F away from her, in fear. And the bartender himself was pointing a sword at her, but now he sees that that hostilities aren't happening. So he reluctantly starts lowering his sword, but he still has it out, unsheathed.
Fuck. I mean,
And
she has children this color. Hemlock couldn't let me. I will freaking shoot a fireball on that witch's face.
you go to shoot a firebolt.
I go to do that, yeah.
It's not firing.
That's fair. I mean, I guess it still takes my action, right?
Yeah. She said, "We've already made the trade. We're just trying to make ends meet on our end."
I mean, I said I would do it. We didn't shake hands, so I think that I'm being
A verbal
tricked.
agreement is just as much as a handshake.
But I mean, I just said I mean, the future tense is the key here.
That was never stated before.
That's okay. I mean, you already made the pact. They cannot.
And if you want us to be able to keep our end, then you must make haste. Your soul might join with the mists soon. And we won't be able to retrieve it then.
That's fair. I will.
And she goes to get up, and she starts heading out. And like a school of fish when a shark comes by, everybody's just like moves the F out of the way. She moves through. And she kind of just see her get up, and she just got her little hands like this, and she just, you can just see her tiny little feet underneath her purple robes, just tick, 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 towards the door.
I will.
That's your turn. I believe that you use your action to try to fire.
Oh yeah, try to shoot it. Yeah, that's fair.
Hemlock.
Please roll good.
Seven.
Does Tim-Tam still have his +5s now that he got short rest?
I don't think we got any kind of rest.
I'm.
Lilia!
It was like he said an hour.
I did say an hour and a half.
No, and I think
I
don't-
will
I don't
allow
think I get-
short rests stuff.
I don't think I get anything from my short rest.
I wouldn't have gotten a short rest, would I?
No.
Reaction.
Okay.
No, I don't have anything.
The reason why I say you don't is because of a specific mechanic that I can explain in the future. But
Yeah,
Hemlock,
that's fine.
you feel yourself sink, and you sink faster and faster and faster. And you feel like you're sinking down to the bottom of the ocean. And you land down at the bottom. And when you do, you're able to open your eyes. And as you open your eyes, you look around you, and all you see are mists. All you see is gray. Do you get up or do anything?
Do I feel like I would know what this is, or
You're not sure what this is.
if I open my mouth, do words come out, or is it just like bubbles because I'm like at the bottom of?
You go to open your mouth and you don't feel like you need to breathe, and you don't feel anything like water going into your mouth or anything. You hear in the distance, no, leave.
Yell, Tim-Tam!
It doesn't even.
Tim!
It doesn't even echo. It just seems to go nowhere. But you hear yourself say it. You also hear yourself say, "This is probably for the best." All I did was get them in trouble. I just wanted to make friends. But no one here is my friend. Nyhm.
Okay.
Well, I still have no idea if anything has worked. So I take my last idea and I will try to attack where the shadow was standing over Hemlock's shadow with the rapier.
Okay, roll to hit.
$19.
You cut through the air. Doesn't seem to have any effect anywhere.
Yeah, didn't think so. I don't see anything around, nothing hanging out the window.
Just light coming in from the hallway. And a little bit of smoke coming from the candle.
Is the light from the hallway not casting the shadow? It's not showing the shadow at all?
Nah,
It
it's
was
just like
the-
low light, kind of like as like a cone kind of coming in. But it's not, the bed was like in a dark corner.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I'm assuming from where the candle was to the bed was what, half my movement, full movement?
Yeah, it's like 10. It's a small room.
Okay. Then I guess I'll use the rest of my movement to head to the door.
Okay.
No reason to use my bonus action either, so that's my turn.
All right. Nothing of significance I can really say for the things I'm running. The innkeeper looks downwards. Like he's really sad. And you're not sure if he's sad for you, Tim-Tam, or for Hemlock. Most likely both. As it is your turn.
I'll hold once more tight to Lilia's doll or icon. And I will, I say, I refuse to believe that you will let my friend fall here. I don't care about that witch. I made a mistake, but I don't even care about my abilities and my tinkering right now. But I don't want her to save my friend. I want you to do something about it, since you are what she believes in. You are what, you saved me a bunch of times on her expenses. So now take anything you want from me and save her. And can I spend inspiration? Because I've been having that for a while.
Roll me a charisma check.
It's like a flat charisma check. 15.
Okay. It starts to rain outside. You do anything else on your turn?
Hold Hemlock's hand.
It's still warm.
And cry, which I assume is a free action.
Crying's always a free action. Hemlock.
Is there a way to pray to the duck god in this one for intervention?
There always is. Hemlock.
Tim-Tam, beg your case.
Hemlock. Before you make your death save at the end of your turn, do you want Strahd von Quackovich's help?
Shit, is it okay if I get Strahd von
I think
Quackovich's help?
it's fair, and we all will be happy if you use it.
You're at 2 successes and 2 fails right now, right?
Yes. I'm literally... Oh, duck god. I've always been a patron of you. And I think I've done my part. I have a shrine in your honor. You can't see it, but it is. Hemlock has more things to do. And she's not done yet. And She has friends that she loves, and she didn't get to tell them that. So, please, Duck God. I'm crying.
I agree. I really like Hemlock. Here, I'll give you one of these. As Hemlock is in the mists, falling down right in front of her from the sky is a dodecahedron, a D12. And you can add that onto your last roll.
You're literally gonna cry. I'll roll the dodecahedron first. Okay.
You notice the 12 has Strahd's face on it.
Oh, come on. 24.
What was the D12s?
It was a 5.
Wow. Okay.
I rolled a 19. I literally am gonna vomit. Oh my god. I'm shaking.
You see a light, like a big, soft light appearing in the mists in a certain direction. And you start heading towards it. And it starts to get to the point where it's just glaring and you can't really see what it is, and you just barely think that you can see the silhouette of maybe like a Batra as you approach. But they seem to be emitting light from their own being, blindingly so.
Hello?
It's hard to see, but their silhouette seems to turn around as they notice you. We go back to Nyhm. Nyhm, what are you doing at the moment?
Thinking, trying to figure out what I could possibly do to assist the situation. I don't even know what the full situation is. You booked it, so you're effectively gone, probably downstairs out of line of sight.
They took her outside. They're heading towards the woods if you start heading downstairs.
Okay, quick question. This is just purely for functionality's possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Could I use a lightning lure cantrip to yank my dagger out of the wall to retrieve it without having to go back and physically remove it?
Sure, why not?
Cool. I do that, get my knife back, sheath it, and jump my way downstairs.
Okay. And you guys start heading out of the inn with Hemlock's body and start following this old lady towards the woods.
More like keeping... Oh, I know what I can do. How far do I get out with my movement?
You're like in the middle of the tavern, I'll say.
Can I use my jump to get outside? 30-foot horizontal jump.
If you use a bonus action, yes.
How was that my bonus action?
Because your move was to get down here.
Right. Can't I use my action to jump?
Okay, you can use your action to hop 30 feet outside.
Okay, how far does that get me out?
Just outside. Maybe 5-10 feet outside the door.
Okay, you're going to hate this last question. Can I use my bonus action to make another jump?
Yeah, what direction?
To the roof.
Okay.
I want to get on the roof so I can get eyes on them, scanning for both them and Saxton. Because if I can at least get an idea of where to go, I can at least then try to get Saxton's attention if he's making his way towards the inn.
The hag seems to notice you do this, but doesn't really stop you or anything.
It's kind of hard not to notice her.
You like hopped right past her. So.
Hopped past her?
Yeah, she was at the door.
Oh. Well, crap. I thought you said they were literally out the door making their way to the woods.
They're going to. I'm not sure when Tim-Tam was going to go and do that, but she says to Tim-Tam, head out into the southern woods just outside the city. Listen for the hoot of an owl and the sound of a woodpecker. That will lead you to our hut. She heads outside and through the downpouring rain. Now, you see her leaving. We're out of initiative now. You see her leaving out of the inn, and she starts taking one of the smaller side roads to the southern part of Villiki. And the second she is not within direct line of sight, she's gone. Saxton. So you were in the room that had the library and stuff in it when we last left off.
Right. And after I extinguished it, I was going to head back downstairs and go back out the window I came in.
Oh, right. You. Okay. So you go do that. Easy
Put the board
peasy.
back like it.
Give me like a sleight of hand check, I guess. Try to make it look like you never did it.
14.
Okay. You think unless somebody is really looking for it, no one will notice. Then where do
At
you?
that point,
And
I'm
as
heading
you
back to the inn.
as you head out, you notice it is raining outside.
Lovely.
And you start heading back towards the tavern. The inn, tavern inn. Hemlock.
Yeah.
The figure, its light seems to die off a bit, and you see it is Irina, but she's wearing a white dress. She says, "Hello? Who are you?" And
Irina?
it seems to kind of like echo the reverb. Like she's there, but she's also not there.
Irina? It's me, Hemlock.
I,
Remember me?
Irina. That name sounds familiar. No, my name is Tatiana. Have we met?
Okay.
Have you seen my
Can I
sweet
put two
Sergei?
and two together? Shit. Hemlock doesn't know any of this.
I've been looking for him. I can't seem to find him.
I'm sorry. I mistook you for someone else. I haven't seen anyone but you around here, but maybe we could find him together. And she'll like hold out her hand.
Okay. She holds your hand. When she goes to hold your hand, you feel the first real sense of comfort you've had in these lands for quite a while. There's just something about her youth and beauty and innocence and naivete that seems to really spark with you. And she says, I think he might be this way. I don't think I've checked this way yet. And she uses her other hand to hold up her wedding dress.
Oh. I take note of that and I say, oh, are you getting married?
Yes, we were supposed to get married today, but something happened. Oh no. Oh no. And she seems to fade off.
Oh no.
And
No,
as you're
come
holding her
back.
hand, she disappears. And you notice that the mist, her hand seems to turn into the mist itself and just disappears.
No.
In the distance, you hear a baby cry. And then it fades off very quickly.
Do I have any inclination of where I am?
You haven't died before.
Well, I know of. Dang it.
Give me a religion check.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Okay. Wait a minute.
16.
Okay. Roll me a d100.
Oh. 24.
Okay. You realize now that you had died.
Oh.
But you're not in the afterlife you were expecting. You feel like you're still in Barovia. And that's when you come to the realization that not even souls seem to be able to escape this dreaded valley. And you gain the following flaw. I keep whatever I find. And it is your way of coping with this fact that you have learned.
Okay.
It's a version of long-term madness, so. You notice on the ground a shiny button. Came off of her dress.
2 kleptomaniacs in the party now.
I picked up. It's more like madness, kleptomaniac, than wanting to find value in it. It's...
You grab it and you feel like this somehow eases the mental pain of knowing you're stuck here. You seem to forget it for just a brief moment when you pick it up.
It's a pretty button. I think it's shiny. I think Tim-Tam might like it.
It's made of ivory, you notice. Actually, no, it's made of pearl. It's got that pearlescent sheen on it. It's very, very nice button.
If there's like a loose... I'm literally gonna cry. If there's a loose part of her dress, she'll tie it to her dress.
Okay. You notice, since you're doing that, you have nothing else besides your dress and this button.
Okay. So not my focus is gone.
Everything else is gone.
Okay. Then I walk forward to where I thought I heard the baby crying.
Okay. Saxton.
Yes.
With your passive perception, I would say you notice, since Nyhm isn't hiding, but it is heavy rain, so it's still kind of hard to see. You see Nyhm on the roof of the inn, and Nyhm, as this hag disappears from sight, that's when you notice Saxton coming up towards the inn, alone.
Well, I guess technically that's a good thing because there could have been other complications. There's no point in trying to scream in the middle of a heavy downpour. Nyhm just uses the rapier to quickly point off to the direction that the hag went.
I see you waving your sword, and I don't know exactly what you're trying to say, obviously. So I guess I'd haul feather back to the inn.
Haul tail would also work.
Yeah, tail feathers.
Hemlock seems to take a very shallow breath inwards. And Tim-Tam, you feel something warm on that palm of hand, and you look down and that mark's gone.
Can you repeat? Sorry.
You feel something warm on that hand, the palm of the hand, where that black mark appeared. And when you go to look at it, that mark is gone.
I check on Hemlock. Is she breathing?
Give me a medicine check. She is breathing,
Okay,
though.
that's gonna be funny, though. I rolled a 10, so it's a 9.
She's alive. And stable.
I hack her tighter than I should, probably.
But she's definitely unconscious.
Yeah, whatever. I use action, bonus action, and movement to cry a lot.
Hemlock, you hear rain as you head towards that direction. And you see a sign appear in the mists as you move forward. And you see it says the Blue Water Inn. And you hear ruckus and stuff. The door is wide open. Light coming from inside.
I know this place. I do I see anything else but the sign?
You can kind of make out what appears to be like the road from Valaki and stuff in here, like cobblestone road. Or no, it was a dirt road. My bad. It's not cobblestone. It's kind of muddy.
Well, it would be nice to see this place again.
You head inside?
I think I'll head inside.
You head inside, and there seems to be a big hubbub with a bunch of people, and you see the rest of your party around your body that's up on the bar. And you see Tim-Tam hugging you. But they all seem kind of translucent and misty.
I rush forward and I just start bawling, and I'm like, I'm sorry, and I try to hug Tim-Tam, and
You move straight through him.
so it's like,
Mm-hmm. You don't even feel like any form of object permanence at all.
I sit down on the ground and I cry.
Okay.
And I cry in real life.
What does everybody else do?
How quick can I get to the inn?
You're here. I'll say at this point.
What the hell happened?
I have no idea. A shadow attacked. Hemlock had a heart attack. I tried to kill the shadow. Don't ask. She went that way. I don't know about the rest. Check on the others.
Can I do a quick medicine check on Hemlock?
You go to head inside, and you don't even need to do a medicine check, but Tim-Tam is, hugging her, and you can see she definitely is breathing. But you can roll a medicine check if you want more.
17.
She appears to have taken no physical injuries of any kind. So you're not sure what damage she took to knock her to this state. But whatever it was, it could have been fatal. You're thinking it might have been something mental, like psychic damage.
Do I know how long she's going to be unconscious?
You think not for too long. She's doing pretty good, actually.
It's still dead of night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You all are very tired. Physically and mentally.
If I have to pick them both up, I'll take both Tim-Tam and Hemlock upstairs.
Okay. You head upstairs,
fine.
and you notice that the room, you can smell the smoke from the candle that was put out recently as you head in there.
But let's not sleep in this room, please.
As the innkeepers is another place for us to sleep.
The innkeeper follows, and he says, No, it's fine. You can have my bedroom for the night. You all have been through a lot.
Do you have any extra candles?
Yes, I believe we do. Let me go grab them. And he goes and leaves for a moment. Oh,
Tim-Tam?
I thought you guys were going to say something, but all right. So he comes back with candles.
I will just hold Hemlock's hand for the night. I will just stand up by her bed.
Okay.
Probably collapse, but
only an hour later, Hemlock, you wake up. You have the worst headache, but you notice laying next to you is Tim-Tam, and he's holding your hand, and you are not in the same room you were in before.
Do I remember anything?
You remember all of it.
All of it?
All of it.
I jump up and I hug Tim-Tam and I start crying really hard.
You're at 1 hit point.
hey, it's fine. You're fine. It was a bad dream. You're fine. You should rest though.
Coming through the doorway, you see, like, one at a time, all your friends show up. And you just, like, Nym's, like, goes to hop up, and you're like, Nyhm! And then Saxton comes up, Saxton! And then, like, the Legolas equivalent shows up, and you don't say anything.
Gandalf!
Sorry, that's what the scene's reminding me of.
Oh.
Oh, I should describe this room for you. Matching end tables flank a large wood frame bed with a red silk canopy. Across the bed hangs a tapestry depicting a beautiful mountain valley. The other walls are dominated by a fireplace and a wardrobe. 8-foot-high ceiling. Yep.
Would definitely light the fireplace and light as many candles as possible so no shadows are cast.
Okay.
Yeah, you should absolutely rest, Hemlock. What are you doing? Even awake? You need to rest for your health.
What? Everybody should rest. And then, do I still have my button?
You go to reach in your pocket, and the button is not there.
Oh.
And that sense of needing something claws at your mind.
Hemlock and Tim-Tam can take the bed. I'm going to have a chair glaring at the door during the night.
Okay.
I can probably rest on top of the shift robe.
Yeah.
You know, laying on the ground throughout this room are a bunch of Corvum feathers.
I pick one up and I put it in my pocket.
The pain subsides a little bit. Yeah, Tim-Tam, you see her grab it, and she grabs it like Bilbo grabs the ring. Like she really wanted that feather for some reason.
Everybody should get some rest.
Yeah,
I won't
we
bring
absolutely
up the
have to.
bring up the doll tonight. I'm just gonna let that simmer.
You should bring up the doll.
Oh, that's a good reminder. You guys hear a thump from Saxton's backpack.
The sack.
What was that?
Nothing. Get some rest.
Yeah, let's all rest, okay? Hemlock, you
As the
kinda
bag
need to rest.
is just like knocking on the nearest wooden floor.
I'm gonna first of all, I would like to heal myself a little bit so that I don't like immediately die just in case.
Just keep in mind your
thing
total
does
hit
come out.
points are down by 10. Your max HP.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I have to change that.
That has not gone away.
Will that go away after a long rest?
Yes, but she definitely only had a short rest at the moment.
Picks the bag. I was like, if you don't stop moving, you're going in the damn fireplace.
I mean, none of us rested, right? Okay.
Technically, I think everybody but Saxton could have had a short rest, except or everyone but okay, so Tim-Tam and Nyhm could have had a short rest, but everyone else, not really. But we can say you another hour after you wake up, and then you heal yourself. Probably find it a hard time trying to get to bed after that, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. Oh God, my voice just squeaked. I don't know if you can hear that. But I
didn't know you speak Jerbeen.
Yeah. I was like. I will cast Cure Wounds at first level on myself, because that's all I have. And I get. Oh wow, okay. I get 10 hit points back, so I have 11 hit points right now. That's good. That's more than I've had for a while. And I'm like, what's in your bag, Saxton?
Just something I found up at the manor. Oh, no, nothing to be concerned about right now. You just need to get some rest, love.
We can sure wait until tomorrow to talk about.
Well, in the sack you notice is like trying to move away, like kind of caterpillars a little bit, but it's very like.
I guess we will talk about it in the morning.
Yeah, you rest, Hemlock. As I look at Saxton.
I'm gonna put the bag in the chair and sit on it.
Okay.
Oh my God! It's gonna... Okay.
All right.
I will try. I will wait until Hemlock is asleep to talk to the other two.
Yeah, I'll try to sleep.
Let's see passive perceptions. Nyhm. A few moments after Saxton sits on this sack, you hear the tiniest little distortion in the wind, like, and you notice in the direction that it went, you see a metal dart in the wall, and there's a tiny little hole in the sack that Saxton's sitting on.
Did it come anywhere close to me?
No, it was just like in a blind direction and it went up somewhere. But you have the best passive perception, so you're the only one that actually really noticed it. Not even Saxton noticed it. The ruckus of it thrashing around and stuff, and everyone trying to calm down from the situation kind of distracts everybody.
I will make a mental note of it and choose to ignore it.
Okay. Do you all take a long rest?
I would like to try.
Yes.
Really? We will get it?
We're in
No.
a safe place, but there's a thing in a bag. So.
I mean, we were in a safe place last night.
He rolled something. I'm going with word no.
How do you know I'm not faking it? Hmm?
I mean, I will try to. I mean, if Hemlock falls asleep before us, I will try to convince the other. I mean, Nyhm and Saxton to take turns watching her.
To answer that question, Scotty, you've already made Callie and Lluis cry tonight. I don't think you'd want to push that button again.
I mean,
I'm fine. I'm fine. That's fine.
And as a side note, I may have just tripped that wire and caused him to choose to decide to push that button again tonight. So apologies if that happens.
Nyhm, a bunch of rocks fall on you and you die. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I better dodge the hell out of those within uncanny dodge. Thank you very much.
Well, they're ninja
They're
rocks,
freaking
so they do sneak
rogues.
damage.
Hey, rogues.
It's like that time all the rocks fell around Curly and made a perfect like alcove.
I mean, the rugs are like the giant birds, not the stones.
Alright. So you all take a long rest.
Oh my god.
So
And you
we're
wake
actually
up
get to
Go
press
to the
that.
bathroom.
And you wake up around noon.
So we do get to press that button. Wonderful.
Yes. You can press the long rest button on D&D Beyond.
What's in the sack? Wait, do I notice the thing on the wall?
You're not really looking for it, so no.
Oh, okay. What's in the sack, Saxton?
You wake up before anybody else, and I like to think Nym's on watch right now, and Saxton's asleep. And you know Saxton, like a big spoon, or his bag, but he's like on top of it to make sure it can't go anywhere. When you wake up.
Good morning, Nyhm.
Noon, actually.
Good noon, Nyhm.
It's fairly quiet now downstairs.
Something really weird happened. I was gonna wait to talk about it, but I can't get it off my mind. I met a lady, and she was in a wedding dress, and she looked a hell of a lot like Irina. And she was looking for somebody, and I can't remember his name.
Scotty, the name Tatiana would have been in that journal that I picked up, wasn't it?
Yes. And you would remember the name was Saege.
Looked like Irina. She called herself Tatiana?
Yeah,
Huh.
I got her button, but I lost it.
She was in a wedding dress.
Yeah, it was very beautiful, and she was. I felt so. It was nice. It was the first time something felt nice here.
Well, then you're not gonna like the button I'm about to press. You talked to a corpse of a previous bride to Strahd. Holds up the journal.
What?
The journal we found.
Okay.
Tatiana's journal.
I'm pretty sure it was written by Strahd.
Oh, Strahd. Shit. Sorry. I thought it was the other way around.
Nope, and I just wanted to make sure that was definitely clear.
My short-term memory sucks. I do sincerely apologize. So, okay, she's mentioned in said journal that I'm waving about.
Well, she was getting married, but I think it was to this guy, not Strahd. She seemed like, I don't know how anybody would. I mean, people have their preferences, and you love who you love, but I don't see anybody loving Strahd, honestly.
Says the woman who made a pact with Strahd.
Nyhm points at a specific line in the journal, and it says, and I'm only going to read this line, don't worry. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, a rare beauty, one who was called perfection, joy and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for
Okay.
her to be mine.
All right. Can I put 2 and 2 together? Or do I have
Yes.
to make like a? Okay.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. She looked just like Arena. Maybe that's why it's Strahd. He's just
like
really creepy.
just like Maria as well, the statue you all saw in the marsh.
Yeah. God,
So you're
he's
saying
really creepy.
his real name was Saege?
No, I don't. I think that.
Oh, you read you remember him in the journal. Sergei is Strahd's younger brother.
And things just got creepier.
To really paraphrase the journal, he lusted for Tatiana, and it was less of a love and more of just he wanted her to be his because she was beautiful, and she would loved Sergei, and Sergei loved her, and Strahd was super jealous of that.
Then I apologize to everybody who's watching that knows of this campaign and all of the screw-ups that I just made about the story.
Whatever, it's fine.
You're fine.
What's going on?
We're in Humblewood world. It's whatever.
If we were in Humblewood, this wouldn't be happening. You wouldn't have made them cry, and we wouldn't be sitting, well, Saxton wouldn't be sitting on a puppet.
You don't know about the adventure in that book. It gets dark.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Up on Humblewood, you could hear Smurfs going, la, 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 la.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can
Humblewood
also
looks
hear
like-
a hag eating the Smurfs.
Gargamel?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, Gargamel.
Ah.
I mean,
Uh.
Humble looks like middle-aged European folk tale, and those things were dark.
Well, you're saying that the Grimm's fairy tales weren't, sunshines and rainbows?
Yeah.
The original tales weren't sunshine and rainbows.
I know, Disney. Anyway.
Not just Disney. Anyways.
Right. So, pulls the hopefully still mummified thing still out of the backpack and toss it on the bed.
Oh, great. That's what shot at me yesterday.
So, falling out of the bag is a tiny little, well, not tiny, but life-size Jerbeen construct. Looks like some kind of, almost like a marionette puppet, but without strings. Wearing a Jester's outfit.
Callie, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, you're thinking, no, I will burn
And
it.
you-
I will
and you
burn
notice-
everything.
And you notice that it is painted on its own. It seems like a crudely painted skull, where like you got like the black backdrop with the white skull part, like as face paint on it, and it has tiny little Jerbeen eyes that seem to be just these two. What gem am I thinking of? It's like an auburn reddish brown colored gems for eyes. And it just like falls out of the sack, and it's in its like rope and stuff, and its head just, you hear like the wood creak, and it goes and looks at all of you.
So this is what I found at the manor last night.
Oh my goodness! Why is he? Why is he all
No.
tied up?
Can
Well-
I check it, please, Saxon?
The fact that it shot an arrow at me is one thing.
Oh, that's
Art.
interesting.
Nyhm, you know that dart's still there if you didn't remove it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I point at when I say dart.
You all look up in the ceiling, and you notice in the rafters there's a tiny little like featherless metal dart just stuck in the rafter.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, you little bastard.
And if it doesn't watch itself, it's going in the fireplace.
Its head like its head keeps turning, which isn't super creepy if it was a Strig, but it's not. And it looks up at that, and then it turns its head back around and looks over at Saxton. and its wooden eyebrows go from like upwards to like a furrowed brow downwards at Saxton.
Oh,
Don't you take that tone of face with me.
don't
It's-
antagonize him.
Is it an object?
What?
Is it an object?
Tim-Tam, analysis.
You being an artificer who has all of their stuff that they didn't lose because their end of the deal couldn't be made.
Because of a technicality?
Yeah, because their end of the deal couldn't be made because she technically didn't die.
Yeah.
Fully, and you're
Oh.
pretty sure that this is not an object. This is a construct.
Okay.
He's just a funky little dude.
It's technically not a dude. It's a construct. It's magic. You know magic. Hemlock.
Magic. Can I do like an Arcana check on this funky little dude
Sure.
or something?
Can I roll too?
Yep.
I want to ask Saxton what in
18.
Humblewood possessed him to bring it here.
Analysis. It was in a room full of arena dolls. And I
Oh.
mean full of arena dolls.
I've been there. I hid under the bed. I got a 21.
At this point, do we know if it's Arena dolls or Tatiana dolls?
You're pretty sure Saxton would be pretty sure, and Hemlock from way back when would be pretty sure they were Irina dolls because they were in the same kind of clothes she used to wear.
Yeah, I was gonna. I
No
thought I
wedding
remembered
dress or
that.
anything like that. What did Tim-Tam get for Arcana?
18. I will put it
Okay.
back.
Both of you know that constructs were objects, but they had magic infused in them to make them animated. So like the spell animate object, but a lot more permanent. Tim-Tam is a construct.
Kowalski,
Um,
analysis.
You know that this is not a golem. A golem is much more sophisticated and a lot tougher than this little thing. You're not sure what this thing is capable of, but it is limited by what it's been built as. It was definitely a masterwork crafted. Since you guys are examining it, you do notice that there is a tag on the back that says, "It's no fun, is no blinksy."
No Blinksy. Okay. Hey, we know that guy.
I think I'm going to go have a word with him.
Oh, you're gonna take the jester guy? Can we
To
keep
be-
him?
To be fair,
The
can have
head
made the
turns
body-
towards Hemlock, and it like opens its mouth just a little bit, and its eyebrows go up just a little bit. You think it's trying to smile.
Oh, look at him!
Can I stab it?
No!
Yeah, you have advantage.
No.
It's
Can I
restrained.
stop the stabbing? Can I stop the stabbing?
Roll
Give me
initiative.
one good. No. I said, could I? I'm not saying that's the path of.
You
the actions
could
that I'm taking.
easily. You would get sneak attack damage because it's restrained.
So out
He
of
has
character,
done nothing wrong.
he has shot several darts. One at Saxton, the other one randomly. I want
I'm
one good reason to
scared.
keep it alive.
It looks over at Hemlock, and it looks over at Dim, and its eyes go back down, and then it looks back at Hemlock, and it looks over at Tim-Tam, and it like makes its eyebrows do like a wave
okay, little thing.
as I roll performance check. It's pretty good, actually.
Okay, can I talk? Can it understand me?
You think so? Its eyes also
Okay.
move with its eyebrows, so like the eyes are also going up and down as the separate eyebrows are going.
Okay, little thing, can you understand me? Not if you do.
It looks over at you and it blinks once. You hear like click
Okay.
click.
If it explodes
Shall we
with
make
a
a
click, click,
deal?
boom.
Actually, there's nothing here saying it can't do that. So yeah, it nods.
Is there a fireplace still going?
Roll
It's-
the
it's-
thing in the fire.
It's the most of the wood has been burned though. It's still hot ashes and stuff.
So, little, I will call you a little thing. Are you okay with that?
Do you have a name?
Do we have to guess it? Can you tell us?
It tries to shrug, but it's kind of bound in ropes.
Do we have paper and a quill?
We do not want to release this thing to let it write or
I-
do anything.
We can talk
Little
to
dude.
it. Hemlock will. I know Hemlock very well, and I know she will like to be her friend. And she can shoot darts.
It looks up at its
so-
hat. It looks at Hemlock. It looks up at its hat.
Well, he's got a little jester hat.
I
Like,
ready to dodge
guys, I
action?
just died. Can
Okay,
you
that's
have,
super
can I have
cute.
something nice?
I mean,
It's like a.
Nyhm, you have to admit it's cute.
It's like a little. It's like a red gesture cap, and it's got little bells on the ends.
I do not have to admit it's cute. It is a life-size wooden marionette of a Jerbeen that is my size. This thing is horrifying.
You
You
can
is
are
that?
also cute, Nyhm.
I will stab
Yeah.
you. I
Its
will stab you
eyes
both.
look up at the hat, and the eyebrows turn this way, and they go towards its hat, and then they go back to normal. And it looks at you.
Don't you start with me.
Yeah.
I'm already starting to stab you.
It looks over at Nim, and its mouth like turns upside down to a frown.
Wait a second.
Oh
I want to examine that hat, make sure it's not booby trapped.
Yeah,
no, he's trying to tell us something.
you go over and you go to pick up the hat, and he like leans his head towards you, trying to get the hat towards you. And
I'm checking for traps.
investigation or perception?
You probably want me to check it for traps.
Them traps.
Perception, please.
At advantage, I'll say Saxton's helping.
Thank you. First one is going to be hard to beat because that's 22. 23.
No traps that you can find.
I lift up its hat then.
You lift up its hat. It's kind of dusty. Looks like it's an old
No,
jester
brush
hat.
his dust
And on the
off.
inside, you see Pildwick II written on the inside of the cap.
Is your name Piddle?
It looks up at you and
Right.
dots.
He's
Oh, good. Now we know what to put on its tombstone as I look toward the fireplace.
Looks at the fireplace worryingly. And then
no.
looks at Hemlock. And I'm going to roll performance check because it's going to try to look as sad as possible at Hemlock.
It passes. It's
I was about to say-
fine.
15 if that means anything. On performance.
It passes. He could have got a 1. Been like, look at him. Okay. Pidwick. If we unwrap you,
No.
will you hurt us? Hang on.
Looks over at
If
Saxton,
we
looks over
unwrap
at
you,
Nyhm.
will you hurt us?
Actually, I think he just looks over at everybody, looks back at you and goes,
Did it not attack Saxton last night?
It was scared.
looks over at Nyhm and shrugs.
It shot a dart in my bloody face.
Were you scared?
Look, I mean, would you like to travel with us? I only ask for one thing. Can you shoot a dart at anything that tries to hurt her?
Looking over at Hemlock.
That's fine with me.
Tell me,
But
do
you
constructs feel fear?
He's
Let's
about to
find
pull
out.
He's about to pull a
No.
No, he's done nothing wrong.
You know, I mean, as I see it, Hemlock can have her own Tim-Tam. Guys,
He's
Right on my
seriously,
shoulders while I play the bagpipes.
he
Just
is
let me have
seriously
a construct
about-
son.
to Vegeta the doll. He is about
I-
to destroy it.
no, I trust.
I hold the doll in my hand.
Listen to me. You know,
It leans
I'm an
in.
artificer.
It leans in to Hemlock and like looks over at Saxton and
It's okay. Pidwick,
looks over at you.
you have to be good. Like, I don't know why you probably were scared when you shot a dart, but you have to promise not to shoot darts unless we ask you to. Is that clear? Do you pinky swear?
tries to look down at its hands that are completely bound in rope, and he shrugs.
Would you pinky swear if you could?
Mm-mm.
That's on your life.
And trust me, it really is.
She's-
Because I will put down the clown.
That it's a guys. It's a construct.
Oh,
It
both
follows
s-
orders. It's easy.
Yeah, I was about to say, since both of you rolled so high on construct stuff as well, they follow direct behavior patterns. Some are ridiculously simple constructs, like animated broom will just be like, oh, it cleans this room every day or something. And then there's some that are a lot more complex, like Tim-Tam. It can do a bunch of different functions. You're not sure what this one's capable of, but it seems to be one of the more advanced constructs, since it's able to understand you and stuff. And it seems independent. Actually, that's probably the biggest thing you guys got out of your Arcana checks.
Okay.
Maybe we could take him to Blinksy, and then he could tell us about him, and then we'll see what comes out of that.
Sure. I mean, yeah. But what I'm saying is like you don't have to be worried about it. It's a construct. If you give it orders, it will follow them. What I'm only worried is that I don't know what overrides the orders we give it.
And who gave it the original orders?
I assume it doesn't matter as long as you are in control. As I assume in power, I mean, probably if we got beaten up, it would follow the orders of whatever took it. But since we have it, it's safe.
I'm carrying my new friend, Pidwick, in my arms like a baby. And I start to head downstairs and go across the way to Blinksy.
Okay.
Hello.
And as you go to do that, I think that is a great spot for us to pause it this session.
Oh my god.
Why didn't I have a big bang attack?
Happy Halloween! Since it's Halloween week.
Happy
And Tim-Tam
Halloween.
just melted.
Happy Halloween.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow. That's the heaviest session I've run in a while. Plugs. Hey, how about we go with Death's Door first? Let's go with Hemlock.
Oh,
Give me plugs.
yeah. Okay. Hi. I'm Callie, or Capt Callie on Twitter. I do art. I have commissions open. I currently have a giveaway going on. You can enter it and get some free art if you win. I normally cry in a lot of games that I'm in because I'm a baby, but this is like the first time I've cried in a while. So Scotty's a great DM. And,
Thank you.
yeah, don't worry about making me cry. I run a game on every other Tuesday, and our first session was yesterday. It's called Unwritten, and it's a fairy tale based game, and it's pretty funny and fun, and I do a lot of voices, and I think you should check it out because
In that game, I roll like a cat. I'm a scrawny little 12-year-old boy with a wooden sword, and I have two rat dads.
yeah.
Think Stuart
Martin and
Little, but in
Franklin.
reverse.
One talks like this, and one talks like this.
No, I love them both.
They're great. But it's really fun. You should check it out. And that's it for me.
Okay. I think next we'll go in crying order. So Lluis, aka Tim-Tam.
So I don't know if you've heard about the Retroverse, but if you haven't, you should check it out.
What?
We also
What is
just
that?
released. So since we are close to Halloween, we just released on Drive-Thru RPG. Halloween, it has like 7 character options and like some monsters and stuff. We also released Retroverse dinosaurs on another thing. If you are Retroverse backer, that's for free. So and you should absolutely check out Callie and Scotty because they are great artists that do absolutely amazing and really fast character art. They're amazing. You should commission them. And if you have time and money to spare, check out my Patreon because it really helps a lot.
Cool.
That's it.
Nyhm.
I don't think I have anything this time.
Yeah, because the normal game on Saturday, it's not going to be there. How about Saxton? I'll assume nothing for Saxton.
You may have missed the mute button.
Oh.
Nothing here.
Oh, okay. Well, on that note, thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you all next week. And make sure not to get lost in the mists. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.